allow me to introduce my esteemed associate, Al Barone. You see, it was just about a month ago, I sat at my desk, poring over the Derby City Wrestling guidelines and contracts, and I found in all of my brilliance the one loophole that will bring this man back to this ring. The most devastating gun for hire in professional wrestling, Al Barone.
The boss once told me that the illegal world is more vicious than the illegal world. Notwithstanding that, we have a saying from where I come from. Abbiamo una expresión da dove noi veniamo. It is better, e più meglio, to live like a lion for one day than to live like a lamb for 100 years, como una pecora per 100 anni. That's why I'm me, Al Barone, a man of respect, a man of honor, a man of business. M-O-B, capiche? We're everywhere. Forget about it.
And it looks like the big man from Calabria, Italy, is looking more intimidating than ever, as his opponent is probably in the back there shaking and quaking, but he's a man who's up and coming here in DCW, a man who's on the rise, or at least he hopes so, but he's got some tough opposition tonight in the form of the most talked about man in wrestling history, or in wrestling today at least, Al Barone. It's going to be quite a match as Garen Garrison joins me for some intellectual commentary.
Let that be a lesson once again to the big cat.
But there he is, one of the most up-and-coming wrestlers today, and he makes his way to the ring. He's got to be a little bit scared.
Speaking of lessons, Darriel Kelly should have learned his last week as well.
And introducing from Sanford, North Carolina, weighing in at 215 pounds, DK Darriel Kelly. Oh, Al Barone not wasting any time.
Oh.
And this match gets underway.
Al Barone is the most vicious person in this business. He's going to take Darriel Kelly apart, much like the Professor took Darriel Kelly apart last week, single-handedly and on my own, I might add.
And Al Barone, he's getting those forearms and making a mess of Al Barone's face, or at least trying to. He's taking the fight to Al Barone. You've got to give it to young Darriel Kelly.
I don't have to give Darriel Kelly anything. We gave him a beating last week. That's all he deserves. How dare he align himself with the big cat, who makes me sick. The fact that he is the champion of Derby City Wrestling is a slap in the face to someone of culture, to an aristocratic athlete like myself.
And that's the title you're eagerly trying to get your hands on. Darriel Kelly now really is taking the fight to Al Barone. Fist straight into that big cranium of Al Barone, but Al Barone just tosses him off like a little fly.
I'll give it to Darriel Kelly. He's a great athlete. He's tenacious in there, but Al Barone, that's the reason I brought him back. He's the most vicious, powerful gun for hire in this business, Twinkle Toes.
Al Barone working on the legs there of Darriel Kelly. It's no secret to anybody that Al Barone's finisher is the cement shoes. He's trying to weaken those legs so that he can snap that submission hold on Darriel Kelly. Weakening up those legs, Al Barone certainly is a man's man and a wrestler who can get it done in that ring.
Absolutely. You know, I have contacts all over the world, people who owe me favors all over the world, and they've provided me some tape. We've studied hours and hours of footage of Darriel Kelly to prepare Al Barone to do exactly what he's doing right now. He is decimating DK in that ring.
And Al Barone there just trying to rip the ankle right out of its socket of Darriel Kelly, cinching down on that leg. Darriel Kelly really is rather is just taking a beating tonight, thanks to the vicious hands of Al Barone.
Al Barone's the kind of person that can end your career in that ring.
Look at the way Al Barone is just pounding down on that leg. You've done your research. I know that you're a man of intelligence. Tell me a little bit more about that loophole.
Well, I sat there and I pored over that contract for hours meticulously. And I found the one little loophole, as you said, that can bring this man back. You see, the big cat, he forgot when they had their battle so many months ago that there was a time frame. After a certain amount of time has elapsed, Al Barone is free to go anywhere he wants, and he's back here in Derby City Wrestling thanks to the Professor Gavin Garrison.
Well, I can only say a man of your intelligence will come up with that loophole. Congratulations, you have brought one of the most ruthless men in DCW history back, and Darriel Kelly is feeling the effects of it now, and look at the way he's cinching down on that leg.
It's a clinic. Al Barone is performing a clinic in that ring, much like the Professor performed one last week and weeks prior. Every week, rather.
Al Barone not only making waves here in Derby City Wrestling, but in wrestling news sheets all over the world. He's one of the most talked about men in pro wrestling today. I've said it before tonight, but he brings an impressive resume from all over the world.
And look at the concentration, completely unfazed by these imbeciles. Complete idiots and not
Al Barone.
a bother whatsoever.
He's ruthless, he's aggressive, just the man you need on your side.
I told the Big Cat several times. I've warned him several times. And the Big Cat, you remember Pavlov's dog, classical conditioning. I ring the bell and the Big Cat runs, but he doesn't walk out. He's carried out 2 weeks in a row. And as long as he has that DCW title that is mine, rightfully mine, he's going to experience that week after week after week.
So you're telling me you've more or less found a way to control and manipulate Al Barone?
Well, he's a gun for hire. I have many assets upon which to draw to align myself with a man like Al Barone.
Oh, wait a minute, he's locking in the cement shoes. That's the big
This
final.
is it. No one can escape this.
That's that big finishing move, the cement shoes.
We practiced this, we studied
Oh,
this.
he has got it locked in. The pain must be etched through the face
And he
of
tapped,
Darriel Kelly.
because that's
He
the
had
only
to
choice
tap
he
out.
has.
He had to tap out. Here is your winner, Al Barone.
And look at him, just like I instructed him to do. He's sending a message to the Big Cat and every DCW superstar
come on.
that this is exactly what
Come
this is exactly what awaits you.
Darriel Kelly.
I
will
hope
not
the
be
Big Cat
able
is
to-
watching this, because that's exactly what
Whoa.
he's got coming to him.
Whoa, wait a minute. Oh,
Whoa.
the referee has reversed the decision.
I can't have this.
The winner, Darriel Kelly. Now, the DCW champ, the Big Cat, comes in to break it up. Professor of Professional Wrestling is in there as well. Oh, what a crazy night we've had. And this is a crazy, crazy match. Al Barone in there with the Professor of Professional Wrestling. Unbelievable. What a match. What a night we've had tonight. Who knows what's going to happen next week. What a crazy night we've had. We finish with the DCW champion down on the mat. We'll see you next week from Twinkle Toes. Good night, everybody.